Good morning, welcome back. So today might be exciting for me at least day. The conduit trench project. This could be the penultimate or maybe even the ultimate day. So we're gonna attempt to put wire in the conduit today. And then it's ultimately done as when there's usable electric back here. So we'll see. The goal is to get the wire in the conduit. And we'll see if we actually get usable electric too. That'll be a bonus. So let's see what we got going on. So a tractor makes a very nice, very expensive movable shelf. So that's fun. And here's one other fun find on our property. There's a shotgun shell. I don't hunt, so who knows when or where this came from. That's fun. So yeah, the conduit, where are we? Conduit here is a little bit too tall. So we're gonna measure that, cut it down to the proper height. And then pull the electric through, and then we'll put a junction box on there so we can stuff the wire in there at a minimum to keep it dry and whatnot. So I guess we'll go with our favorite time lapse. So I was struggling with how to mount this box. There was these little pieces in the bag that I know they're for. And it says you can mount it with mounting lugs. Oh. So these are the mounting lugs. There's a little thing there, hold it, and then a screw hole next to it. Ah! Don't drop the screw. So then you have the mounting lugs, and I guess like last time, I'm gonna have to put some wood here somewhere so that this can be mounted, because it's too wide for this 4x4. So we'll figure that out. Maybe, hopefully, the last time I run an extension cord back here. Frustrating to have to run an extension cord to put in electric. Oops. Okay, so now back to this side. We're gonna prep for the pulling the cable wire, which is usually a two-man job, but there's only me, so I got a little rig I came up with. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so here's my crazy contraption. So I gotta make sure all three spools are going to come out in the same direction. And over the top in this case. I'm going to, you have a spare bike laying around, take off the front tire. This will feed it down into the conduit. Now we just need to tie this onto pull string and tape it. Got a wire loop, so we'll loop up the wire and then we'll pull it through. We got 97 feet or something like that. Well, see how it goes. Back to time lapse. Okay, I think I have everything ready on this side, so we're gonna go to the other side and start pulling the pull string, and hopefully this will all spool off the the spools over the bike tire and into the conduit. So I put a pull string on to replace this pull string just in case. So we're pulling 3 wires, pull string. I put the lubricant on all the exposed wire here, and so go to the other side, start pulling, see what happens. Time lapse. Hard pulling. Yay. Okay. Feel the lube. All right. Woohoo! It's through. My arms are tired, but it's through. The new pull string to replace that one that I pulled out. Alright, so now we gotta, I guess, clean off the goo, cut the other side, and see if we're up to doing anything else for today. Alright, back to this side. So, cut it right about here, I guess. We gotta the pull string too. Add that onto our temporary pipe. Putting the pull string in with wire in there now would be almost impossible. And hopefully we don't need to pull strings or anything else, but it's there just in case. Ugh. Lube gets everywhere. That does a good job, that's for sure. Alrighty. Our guide to keep it on the wheel. Get rid of the crappy pipe. I mean cable guide puller. And then we clean up. Yeah. Strings away. Yeah. These back up on here. Stick the end through one of these holes. Boom. Boom. All right. Clean up. Take the spools off. Rebar. And put the ladder away. Okay. And I just have to do the other end, whatever we're going to do, cap it or whatever, for pasture over there in the shed over there. And then we can tie it into the electric here, or wait until, I don't know, we'll see. But we're going to do a little more work on the other side. The new pull string. So I got 100 feet of this. This on here at least make it look tight. Blocks. I'm not quite sure about that. All right, so we got this all wired up. So we got the black from the pipe going into the light switch going to the electrical outlet, the neutral to neutral back into the conduit, and then the ground we have grounded to the box itself. There's a screw back there, grounded to the outlet, and grounded to, that's a switch, grounded to the switch and grounded to the outlet. So everything's grounded, neutral to neutral, black through the outlet, switch, gosh darn it, black through the switch to the outlet. So when the switch is off, the outlet will be off, which is what I want for this case. So we're just gonna screw this all in, put the waterproof casing on, and this end will be done, I think. Just need to actually give it power on the other end. So yeah, there's no power here yet. So that's why it's safe to work on all this, because the other end's not connected to anything. Isn't that pretty looking? Looks very nice and professional. For whatever reason, this metal box only came with 3 plugs. So there's one hole down here that's not plugged. So we just screwed this thing in there. We're gonna put that in there. And we're gonna throw a cap on here as a temporary. Okay. So this side is done other than that temporary cap. Well, and the other spare pipe. I guess I can cut that down the length too. Cut it down to the height of the thing. Alright, so this is done for now. Like I said, until we get a better cap or whatever. Alright, I think we're going to tie all this electric in and see if everything actually works. So I'm going to turn up the breaker, the light will go off. Easy way to tell if it's off. And we'll go from there. So time lapse. Okay, so we're just going to tie all the black wires together, all the white wires together, all the green wires together. And we'll do that in time lapse because it'll probably take a while. I don't know if you can see it or not, but all the greens are tied together, all the blacks are tied together, all the whites are tied together. So then we'll turn this breaker back on, make sure stuff works, and then we'll actually I'll put one screw in, I guess. Start this. If you close it all the way, then you'll have problems. But if you just start it, then hopefully everything will work. The light turns on, you know the breaker's back on. And we'll check all this stuff, make sure we're good to go. Okay, the electric's back on, the light turned on, nothing blew up. So we're just going to test this outlet again, just to make sure. And then the new outlet over by the pasture. Wrapping this up shortly.